Can Jacurri Brown be an X factor for us Saturday? I think he can. I think, honestly, with the way that they brought him in, short line packages, getting the first down, I think against Florida State, I think they're going to be expecting those particular different plays. So I think it'll be interesting maybe if we could put a different wiggle in there. Maybe a QB counter where, he fakes to one side, we pull the backside guard and tackle, get that pin block, get that kick out, and incorporate him into this particular game. I'm seeing reports that indicate that Tyler Van Dyke actually is back practicing. Will Mallory, I believe, was quoted saying he looked good today. It's good to have him back out there at practice. Now, understand, this is a rivalry game, and this information could just be leaked so that Florida State has to not only prepare for Jay Garcia, but they also have to prepare for Tyler Van Dyke. So without much media availability going into this particular game, honestly, I have to take it with a grain of salt because I understand that is coach speak and you have to do those particular different things. You cannot just dead set and say, well, hey, Tyler Van Dyke is going to start. I think even Mario said that they were getting Tyler Van Dyke back ready. So again, for all the negatives that we may have against Coach Cristobal, I do think this is a show of gamesmanship on his behalf by saying, hey, he's ready to go. Even last week we didn't see him in a sling or anything of that particular nature. So he could be ready to play, but until I see him out there on the field Saturday, I'm still going to hold out that Jay Garcia will be the starting quarterback with a heavy dosage of Jacurri Brown. Now, even if by some stretch of the imagination, Tyler Van Dyke is cleared to go this Saturday, I still feel like Jacurri Brown has to be integrated in this particular offense. Whether it's putting him in the backfield at at running back, maybe even handing the ball off to the man. Maybe throw him a pass. Obviously, we understand we got the short yardage packages for him to pick up some, the tough yardage and things like that. But I really do feel like that he can be an X factor for us, not only in this game but moving forward. But hopefully he gets a coming out party in this particular game. Obviously, I feel like I said in another video, when we gave him a jet sweep, I just said, hey, burn the red shirt right now. Burn it. Just go ahead and burn it right now. But I think he can be an X factor for us. I know some people are going to be hard on him because we saw him last week make a pass and he skipped it to the receiver. And those are probably just nerves, man. And even sometimes, to take another extreme, we've seen situations where quarterbacks have had guys just running butt naked wide open and they just flat out missed the guy. So I'm not going to put too much credence on that, but it is good to see that they are kind of moving forward along with his progression by actually having him throw a pass. So again, even just that one little play, it's going to force Florida State and everybody else that we play that when he comes in the game, we just can't put everybody in the box and feel like that, hey, he won't pull up and throw this ball. And even if it was just a hitch route, it could be a go ball next time. We get a favorable matchup on the outside, whether it be Jacoby George, whether it be Kobe Young, whether it be Keith Smith. But we are slowly integrating him into our scheme. And regardless of, again, how we feel about Gaddis, he's not going to be fired mid-season. So at this particular point, I just have to look and appreciate and say, well, hey, you know what? Maybe this particular game we get a heavy dosage of Jacurri Brown because realistically speaking, I don't really have much confidence in Tyler Van Dyke being a running threat, even though Jay Garcia last week scored the game-winning 2-point conversion on a run. I don't feel comfortable with him running out of the pocket. He has a knee brace on, so it's going to limit your mobility, anyway, especially if you're not just an athlete, which I don't think Jay Garcia is that. So I do feel like that Jacurri Brown will be an X factor for the Miami Hurricanes this week, and I feel like that we should use him across the field. Line him up out wide. Put him in the backfield at running back. Jet sweep it. Like I said, even if we had to get in the old Gator heavy with Tebow and put 2 guys in front of him and run the ball. So I think maybe I'm giving Gaddis too much credit and thinking that he can put together a nice package of maybe 15 to 20 plays. Not every play Jacurri has to touch the ball, but again, you do have to respect that, hey, that is a quarterback out there. There is a threat of the double pass, reverse pass. There's a threat of all those particular different things. There's a threat that even if it is 4th and 1, or even 4th and 2, or maybe even 3rd and 3, and he comes in the game, there is a threat that, yes, he will run the ball, but he can throw the ball as well, right? And obviously, I know Florida State is famous for running man-to-man coverage. So obviously, that gives it that where we can kind of maybe run their DBs off and, get some favorable blocks and put them in there. But at this particular point, we need a spark in the offense coming off a game in which we didn't score a touchdown. And I know some people may say, well, we have other guys that we can put in these positions. We don't even know how to use Rooster. We don't know how to use Brashad to the fullest and all these particular things. And, we shouldn't have. But, hey, I get all that. I'm one of those people. But at the same time, I have to say that Jacurri is making the most of his opportunities. He's not been stopped on these short yardage plays. Obviously, the O-line is doing well, but once you get to the second wave, and they may have not been able to get to the second wave, you got to make a play. And he's doing it. So put a little bit more on his plate this week, Coach. And hopefully he can be that X factor and get us another. Sorry about that. And get another much-needed victory, a rivalry victory, to avenge the loss that we had against Florida State last year. So again, like, subscribe, share. I'm holding my phone with my other hand, but it's all about the you.